What is up, YouTube family? Welcome back to another video. I hope all of you are doing absolutely amazing. And today we are going to talk about one of your favorite topics, which is Turkish women. We are going to get into the questions such as how to approach a Turkish woman. Are Turkish women actually jealous? And what type of Turkish women you should rather stay away from? But before we start, I would like to say thank you so much and welcome to all of my new subscribers. You absolutely enjoyed the last video I have put out, and thank you so much for all of your engagement. So let's jump right into it. How to approach a Turkish woman and what type of reaction to expect.
I'll be honest, I just want to come talk to you.
Me?
Yeah, you look really good.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Gizem,
Gizem? I can tell you're not from here. Where you from?
Turkey.
Turkey? Okay. So you look amazing.
Thank you so much.
So you just work here? You work somewhere else?
Like today here.
Okay, gotcha. Can I get your Instagram or something?
I don't have Instagram, but
No?
Guys, did you catch that? It is 2025 and this is a 28-year-old young woman who says that she has no Instagram. It's kind of hard to believe, but maybe it is true because there are in fact women out there who still are not using Instagram, which is a good thing and tells you really a lot about a woman. Because a woman who does not have Instagram doesn't have the need to go with the crowd. She's not going to look on Instagram and see what kind of trend she's going to have to follow next because it's just so trendy. Well, other than that, she seems to be very natural. You can tell she's natural in her face. She is soft-spoken. She keeps eye contact, which is very important, which a lot of people don't even know how to do nowadays because they either stare somewhere else or they're staring at their phone because it's so hard for them to look directly into somebody's eye.
Let me get your number.
sure.
Okay.
But how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20.
Is that okay? How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, that's fine with me if it's fine with you. You look amazing, alright?
Thank you so much.
Alright, I'm gonna text you
Sure.
and we're gonna take you out to dinner, okay?
That went pretty smooth. What do you think? But you do have to take into consideration, in this case, this is a young Turkish woman who obviously lives in the US. If you was to approach a woman who lives in Turkey and she is above 35 years old, she may have trouble communicating whatever she wants to say to you because of the language barrier. Not everybody speaks English in Turkey. But on average, it's going to be pretty easygoing and it's actually kind of refreshing to see how easy a woman can be approached. I'm not saying that the woman herself is easy, but it's easy to have a conversation, to spark a conversation, to get to know somebody. Even if these two are just going to have a conversation about the different culture or what she's doing, maybe there's a friendship that's going to develop, it's easy going because he didn't pull up in his car, he didn't flash his dollars. It was a simple, hi, let me get your number, bye. Now the next clip that I'm about to show you comes from a YouTuber. His name is I Do Travel. Go check out his channel. He travels through a whole bunch of countries and sparks conversations with the locals. Of course, in this case, he is in Turkey and he sparks a conversation with a young woman who has very clear expectations of a man when he's approaching her.
It's a two-part question. One, how do you like to be approached by a guy? And the other parts of the question is, how do you think most women in Turkey like to be approached by a man?
For me, a man should approach towards me with a polite and with a nice smile, actually, and kind. To be honest with you, he must show his interest.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you like pick up lines like, hey, let me see, did it hurt? Like some guys will say this line to you. So I'll come up to you and be like, hey, does it hurt?
Like what?
When you fell from heaven.
Ah, yeah, good.
So do you like?
That's smart, I think.
Oh, you like this?
Smart is sexy, you know?
The advantage that a lot of foreigners have when they come to Turkey is the fact that their style, accent, the way they approach a woman, the way they dress, the way they carry themselves, everything about them is so different to these women that you're automatically becoming interesting. And she was so intrigued by that simple pickup line that you probably can't even use in America anymore. You see the difference?
So, second part to the question, how do you think most women in Turkey like to be approached by a man?
A man should show his interest densely to a Turkish woman, so we like it being interested a lot.
So your answer is the same for both questions. So
Yeah.
you were like most Turkish women.
As any other women, of course, also Turkish women enjoy when a man shows interest in them, which is a lot different than a man having to chase a woman. Because nowadays, a lot of women have the expectation of a man having to chase them because they are the prize. You got to understand the definition of somebody chasing someone or something. So the more you try, the more you do, that woman is going to decide whether if whatever you are trying, whatever you are doing is good enough for her or not. And if she feels as though that it's not good enough, she's going to have you chasing even more. But in Turkey, it's very, very simple. I'm not saying there are no women who are expecting their men to chase them as well, but the majority says the exact same as she just did. Show me interest and we can kick it from there. Very simple. And if a woman is not interested in you, she will let you know, because it's not about what you got in your pocket. It's about you as a person.
And not so much because of my work. I'm working in an international area, so I can see very different kinds of men and women. To be honest with you, showing interest is something like instinctive.
Okay.
That's why we need to be seen as supportive.
Okay. So if a guy sees you at a bar, a restaurant, or cafe or something, or maybe even at work, is this okay for a guy to approach you? And
yeah, why not? As long as he knows how to act, how to approach towards me, not being a rude, let's say polite way. So it would be okay, I think.
okay.
We can meet.
Okay, last question. Would you ever approach a man?
Sure, I do.
And
But I speak with my eyes first.
Okay. So it's eyes first, then
Eye contact.
if you get a good reaction from him, then
Yes.
maybe you will.
Yeah,
do
I
this.
did it before, yeah.
Okay, because that was my next question. A lot of people say they do stuff, but it's like, have you actually done it? Okay, so that's good to know. Awesome. Thank you for your questions. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Wait a minute, you guys need to let me know in the comment section. When was the last time you heard a woman openly admit the fact that she has no problem approaching a man? That's the type of mindset that I like. Because when I've seen my husband, I've seen what I like, and I knew it was time to put my game on. And when I say game on, I'm talking about convince him that I'm the best that he has ever came across. Just like her, she sees someone that she thinks is attractive, she's gonna make a move. What is wrong with that? You may say it's not that feminine, but women rejecting men all of the time, is that really feminine? So I don't think there's anything wrong with actually approaching someone or just giving them the signal that, hey, it's okay for you to come approach me. Now let's get into the question. Are Turkish women jealous?
Yes, true.
So think about it. You're watching 3 hours of soap opera that talks about drama, jealousy. For sure they're dramatic. For sure they're jealous. It's part of society. It's part of culture.
I think it comes from like our genes. Like you have to be jealous, kind
Sure,
of.
wow.
Like, that jealousy is kind of like I care about you. I love you. Look, you have to be around me. So
you can see it like that.
exactly.
If you're not jealous, like, oh, you don't love me.
Yeah, it's
In a way,
confirming.
yeah.
It's confirming that there's passion, there is a kind of love. On the contrary, if you look at North America, no one wants to be with someone who's jealous. It confirms there's insecurity.
What do you think? Do you think it is cute when a woman is jealous but on a territorial level? I think I'm most definitely territorial, but I am not possessive. I think that is a huge difference. Now, those guys you heard speaking in the clip, they're actually living in Turkey. Let's see what a foreigner who lives in Turkey has to say if women are jealous or not.
Turkish people are jealous.
So jealous.
Really?
You know, like, so like, it's mine. If somebody touch you, I cut.
Okay, we are kind of dramatic.
It's about Turkish dramas actually. You know, I saw like you know from 90s or something. Some cuts from like Turkish actors, like beautiful one, and like she's like, you know, screaming. She broken glasses, and I'm like,
They taught us.
That's the roots.
Finally found the answer to so many crazy Turkish women's behavior. For one, it's in our roots, it's in our DNA, and the soap operas that we are watching are just making it worse. So we just can't help it.
That's the roots.
Like, I don't know, when you like someone and
Of course, yeah. Is this lovely? This right person? This
Yeah.
is like you just okay. I'm
wouldn't get
healthy.
jealous, yeah.
I'm happy. You are jealous, yeah, because I'm jealous too.
Okay.
But it's like it's you know super obsessive way. It's
okay, and what is something that is like opposite of a red flag, like a green flag, like they should have this.
the intellect,
Okay.
humor,
Okay.
acceptance. I think acceptance is really important. Like, you
What
know, just
kind?
as like,
What
I see you, you see me, like,
Okay.
and I accept who you are. Like, I don't try to change you immediately.
What he said about the fact that Turkish women are accepting a man the way he is, that is so true. I could not agree anymore, because when I met my husband back in the day, I accepted him for who he was. I accepted him with everything that he had. I had no expectations on the car he was driving. I was not expecting him to take me onto expensive restaurants. Hell, that was not even on my mind. I was so intrigued by him and only him, and everything else didn't matter. Acceptance is very, very important. The problem with a lot of women nowadays is they want the finished product. They want the well-established man, the man who makes six figures, the man who keeps chasing them, the man who does not care about nothing and nobody else except for the women that he's supposed to chase. Either it's going to be the finished product for these women nowadays, or it's not going to be no man at all. That's why a lot of women are single. A lot of women don't even know what it means nowadays, especially in these Western countries, what it means to accept the man for who he is, because these women have not even accepted themselves for who they are. Last but not least, everybody, let's take a look at a woman that you may want to stay away from, even though you're about to like what you are going to see. I'll make sure I sit all the way in the corner so you can just actually look at this whole thing. But I know you like what you're seeing, but at the end of the day, compared to the ladies that we have seen in the previous videos, this one is a bit too westernized, you know what I mean? The skin that she's shown so much, the tattoos, the way she is dancing in front of the camera, or even her piercing. But I'm not going to talk bad about this woman. Obviously, I don't know her. But what I'm just trying to tell you is, if you are ever going to be in Turkey on a vacation and you're meeting women or whatsoever, the ones that you see that are not trying to be the center of attention are most likely the ones that you may want to go ahead and approach. Because, you know, there are women, of course, that are somewhat or super westernized, even though they live in a somewhat traditional country. But at the end of the day, this will be the type of woman that you may even want to avoid in the country that you are from. So with that being said, I hope you were able to enjoy today's video. Let me know what you think about what you have seen, if you agree with some things that the guys were talking about, or even if you had any experience with Turkish women yourself. I would love to know about this in the comment section. Other than that, I'm just trying to show you guys, I know that you are in westernized countries, the majority of you are in the USA and probably don't have much access to videos from Turkey or Turkish women, period. That's why I just wanted to show you what you may be dealing with, or the difference if you are ever gonna be in Turkey one day. You never know. So this is what you're gonna have to expect. Let me know what you think. Other than that, thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for all of the likes, for all of the comments. Make sure you share this video maybe with a friend or two, maybe even with your family, just to spark up a conversation or discussion, who knows. Make sure you stay safe in these streets, and as always, stay tuned for more content. Thank you all so much.